a Kickstarter 3D platformer that could almost be considered a game designed for children, and
a show that had such a strong fan base that even when it was canceled after its first season, it was actually renewed the following day.
Let's see why these things are our
Favorite things.
Didn't do that right.
Dollar store duo. I really thought she was gonna sing along.
I don't know why you thought that.
This is really great because this is the first time that we have a video on our YouTube channel where I'm actually speaking like in the English language and I'm just getting over a cold.
Yeah.
And I'm going...
So, what on earth is a Hat in Time, first of all?
It was described on the Steam page for it as a cute as heck 3D platformer, and that very much is accurate. A Hat in Time you can get for about $30. It is on PC, Xbox One or something. It's on Xbox something, and on PlayStation 4.
And so, like, what's it about? There's no spoilers here, right?
No. You play as Hat Kid, who is never given any real name.
I'll insert her image here.
Yeah, Hat Kid. She's very cute. I love her. There.
I'll make sure she stays up for that long.
Yeah. Hat Kid. She is a humanoid alien, is returning home after something. The only clue you have about where she used to be is that the symbol for it on the screen showing her going home is an explosion, which could mean the takeoff of her spaceship or her
planet was destroyed or something.
Well, no, why would she be going home to a different planet?
Oh.
She's checking the fuel on her spaceship. Timepieces, little hourglasses. Yeah, little hourglass little hourglass-shaped thingies that fuel her ship, make it go, make it go places.
So is there time travel involved here?
A little bit, technically not really, not how you consider time travel, I guess, but there's a little bit of messing around with time.
Fun.
Yeah. Now, the game is set into motion when there is a knock on the window of Hat Kid's spaceship. It is a member of the Mafia from the planet that she is orbiting.
Yeah, which is pretty funny.
Yeah, he's knocking in. He knocks on the door because all boats must pay toll in Mafia Town, even in space. But she does not want to pay the toll. When Hat Kid refuses to pay the toll, the Mafia member punches a hole through the little door on her spaceship, and that doesn't go well. Like, it's space. Do you know what's gonna happen there, dude?
Yeah.
Not good. So, the Mafia man, the Hat Kid, and all of her timepieces that she needs for fuel get sucked down to the planet that she's orbiting, and that's the start of the game. She gets stranded on a planet.
So, you mentioned at the beginning that Kickstarter was involved. What's the story behind this? Who made this? How did they make it?
The person who made it, it started as just a little project by Jonas Karlev.
Let's put his picture here.
Yeah. However, it was made over 5 years of development, I think, starting in 2012 or 2013, probably late 2012, I think. As just this guy's project, because he wanted to see if he could make a game. He had done a little modding on some games, but never made a game before. And more people got added to the team as Jonas Karlev realized, hey, I can't make this all by myself, or something like that, you know?
Yeah.
The vague idea.
Which makes sense.
Yeah.
I mean, a video game is a pretty big thing to...
Yeah.
Yeah.
And over time, they turned into the game studio or whatever, Gears for Breakfast. I love A Hat in Time! Oh yes, about the Kickstarter.
Oh yeah, I should know because I asked that question.
Yeah, I think the original goal was like 30,000 or something, and it very quickly went way over that. I'm just gesturing right in front of you.
That's okay. Do it.
Yes, it was a very well-supported game by the fans that had it. Hey, these are both things with time in the name that had a good fan base.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. There might not be like super in the mainstream, you know, like everybody knows.
But the fans that do have it are
like really big. So, like, what format is the game?
A 3D platformer, which I have like no experience with, but you know, a platformer, but not a 2D game. Well, having not played the game myself and having not very often played games myself, I can't say anything about like the gameplay or anything. Yeah. But according to many people, it play good. Not does. What people have said that I don't actually understand because I'm not a gaming person or something, but that people have said is that the graphics don't have to be perfect, it just has to look nice, you know? I don't know, but, you know? The last level, Alpine Skyline, is the one that doesn't do so well with characters. It doesn't really have a story like all of the other worlds, but it is really pretty. Very nice, pretty level design and stuff. Yeah. Nice character design. It's a pretty game. That's pretty. And it looks really pretty.
Oh, my favorite character, we'll put her right here, is Mustache Girl.
Because you know exactly 2 characters so far.
No, I know like the Mafia guys and stuff.
That's true.
Yeah.
You know Hat Kid, Mustache Girl, and the Mafia, and no one else.
I feel like having a female character who inexplicably and happily just has a mustache, it would be hard for there to be another character for me that is gonna beat that, because
she is pretty cool. Mustache Girl is.
It's one of those. Good. I mean, you know, I haven't seen very much. I just watched the first, you know,
the first episode of a Let's Play, just 20 minutes or so.
Yeah, exactly. But I like the creativity and quirkiness. I like the quirkiness behind that.
There's a lot of quirkiness in the game.
Yeah, so that's cool. I like it.
Some other characters that you haven't seen are like the conductor, an inexplicably Scottish bird with no eyes and no discernible species or anything. Well, it has maybe not a very complex story, but a good one and really good characters in my opinion. Like, obviously I can't say how the story goes or how it ends or anything, but it's good. I've never played it. I've only watched playthroughs.
And one day she will get to play for herself, and when she does, I'm sure we'll have a video of you screaming.
Yeah, I'll be like. Another thing I want to talk about is the soundtrack of A Hat in Time. I just feel funny every time I realize I'm gesturing directly in your face.
It doesn't bother me. I don't know if that means something bad about me. Like as though it should bother me, but it doesn't.
Okay.
I think we're staring at ourselves again.
Okay, that was fun. But yeah, the soundtrack is really good. Composed by Pascal Michael Stiefel. Everybody,
you know all this stuff without even having to look it up.
I know.
What the heck?
That's because I get so into things.
Yeah, even when I get into things, you have the fresh, young mind of a 14-year-old.
Oh, that's another thing. Sometimes people think the voice acting is too, like, obnoxious or over the top, but it fits perfectly. It's good voice acting. I like it. It's nice, especially like Mustache Girl's over-the-top British accent, the conductor's over-the-top Scottish accent, everyone's voices. Hat Kid's voice is really cute. And the Snatcher from Subcon Forest was voice acted by some YouTuber who I also know nothing about, Youngtown. Good job to the people that made A Hat in Time.
Even those that aren't mentioned, she appreciates.
Yeah.
I didn't say that you could hit me!
How about you? How about your favorite?
Well, my favorite sounds similar, timeless, but it actually is time travel. It is a show, a new show. It just started its second season that I had seen the trailers for it and it looked really cool. It was a really cool trailer for it. I love history. I mean, I am a huge history buff. And so I started watching it. The premise of the show is that a time machine is stolen. There's some mysterious company, organization that has managed to build a time machine and it's stolen. There's two time machines. There's the one called the Mothership, you know, and it's big and nice and pretty, and then there was this like test one that they had made. So they get so they follow them in that, and so they put together this little, you know, team of people that they invite. So the characters are Lucy Preston, who is a history professor. Then there's Wyatt Logan, who is a soldier. And there's Rufus Carlin, who is like part of the company that helped develop it. And so basically they end up having to chase the bad guy throughout time, and every episode they get like called, you know, by the company, and the CIA's involved too, and they're like, he's taking it again. And when I first started watching it, it was just like, it seemed kind of cool and fun, interesting to watch. By the end of the first season, I was so invested in it by the end of the first season, and I know how perilous season 1 of a show is, especially a sci-fi show. I was so invested in the show that as I'm nearing the end, I was like, just telling myself, oh, it's really gonna suck when this is off the air, because this is gonna get canceled. There's no way we're gonna get a second season. Like, I just need to be prepared. Apparently I have issues with hope.
Special cameo. Oh.
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine, but you just can't.
Well, did it get canceled?
Yes, it did. It was canceled, but I totally missed the time when it was canceled, which I'm really thankful for, because I go to check and I see it was renewed. Like, I was so surprised, but then I found out that it was canceled, and there's not a huge fan base, but the people who do like it are really, really into it, which is kind of like a Hat in Time. And I were talking about them both because they're similar in a lot of ways.
They've got similar ideas, similar experiences.
Yeah, exactly, and a fan base that is like, you know, really into it. So the fans like freaked out, and everybody was calling and tweeting and Facebooking and
You sound like an old person in a TV show. Well, you do!
Wait, how would I say it then?
Saying stuff online. Facebooking.
I'm gonna get you for this. It may not be now, may not be tomorrow, may not be next month, but I'll get you.
Yeah. Well, maybe, is there anything more you'd like to tell us about, like, the characters, maybe? Who are they? What are they like, you know?
Lucy Preston is played by Abigail Spencer, who I had seen in a few things before and really liked her, but I love her in this. She's our historian who naturally is totally taken aback and completely stoked that, I mean, she's a history professor and she gets to travel through time, and they recruit her because she just knows everything they need to know about etiquette and how they should dress and things they should or shouldn't say so that they can, you know, actually get by in time. And she is just this, you know, cool, like, kind of level-headed woman who's super smart, and she's not a Mary Sue in any way, you know?
Yeah.
Which we end up seeing a lot in TV and stuff. And she has an interesting storyline because after the first mission, she comes back and her little sister is gone. And her little sister was like erased from time, period. And there's a lot of mystery behind it, and there's mystery with her family. Matt Lanter plays the soldier, Wyatt Logan everybody's got like motivations behind
Like
why
a reason why they're doing the time travel thingamajig.
Yeah, besides from being recruited by the government and stuff, his wife was murdered. And so naturally, he's like, I'm gonna go back and save her. So that's something he's really focused on. And then Rufus, he's like the comic relief. He's funny, partly because he's like scared of everything, especially at the beginning, but he has a really interesting character arc, which is always great. You know, I think a lot of shows movies, books, even games, you know, they need to have a story arc. It's interesting. It's more interesting. We don't want to see someone just stagnant, you know?
That's how it tends to be with something with a show that goes on for a really long time, especially. Sometimes even the characters will be interesting in the beginning, and then a few seasons later, it's just like,
so those are the characters, the three main ones. It's just a pleasant show. The second season just started. It's on NBC, but I watch it on Hulu. Not affiliated with them, obviously. I'm just telling you.
We don't get sponsors.
I'm just telling you where to watch these things.
Yeah, that's like the point of telling people things. Don't just go out into the world hungry and afraid, wondering where can we get these things that that the dollar store duo have told us about. We'll just tell you this is where you can go.
In summary, it's fun. The costumes are fun, especially if you love history. Do they get everything perfectly right? No, don't nitpick that part. Just
Nothing will ever get everything perfectly right. Nothing will ever have the perfect story and characters and stuff.
Let's remember that history is subjective, you know, especially things that go farther and farther back.
Yeah, there's a lot of things you can't know.
Yeah, exactly. And so there's some creative license. Oftentimes they use creative license with some really fun stuff. So if you just want to feel happy, if you're the kind of person who enjoys having a couple to ship in the show, then that's a good show for that. Timeless.
Yeah. Anything else about A Hat in Time I can talk about? A Hat in Time.
What do these things have in common?
We did good. Well, obviously they both have themes of time. A Hat in Time doesn't have so much time travel in the finished game, but there's some mentions of time travel, messing with time.
Type of thing. Also, big, maybe not a huge
large,
fan base,
but dedicated.
Yeah, it's very dedicated fan base. The people who love it really love it.
The people who backed A Hat in Time on Kickstarter were still there, still excited when it actually came out. And what's cool is everyone who backed the game is in the credits at the end.
Oh yeah, they do that. Yeah, it's really cool how like Kickstarter, a place like Kickstarter and Patreon can like help people with, you know, their dreams, who are just small and don't have access to as much stuff.
Speaking of Patreon.
Yeah, the nice thing about Patreon is it's a really cool way to have sort of like a one-on-one relationship with artists that you like. So, if you want to check out our Patreon, we are putting the link below in the description. And, and feel free to take a peek. Or don't. We're also cool with that.
We don't care.
So this will be a new monthly thing that we do. We already
together.
Yeah, and we already have some ideas for what to talk about next time.
Because there are a lot of things we like, because we're normal people with emotions.
Yeah. We are also linking all of our social media below, which you can check out. And if you are going to go watch something random of ours, we would recommend Change,
our short film from 2016.
Yeah, I can't believe it's been that long, which came about just really randomly. Yeah, we just started filming.
Yeah, we just filmed random stuff and it turned into something kind of deep looking.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. We like it. So take a peek.
Thanks for watching if you're actually here. check out the things we talked about if you want, if they sound interesting.
Yeah. And if you have a comment, leave it. But
Yeah.
don't be mean.
Don't be mean, please. We're very fragile.
We're not.
We are. We are. We are. We're very fragile.
Fragile. Yeah.
This side up.
This. What?
You know, on like the packing boxes. This side up. Fragile. Well, thanks for watching.
I feel like we should like sing a song or something.
Are my sunshine. Okay,
Bye.
bye!
Stay on the crashing wave with you. I would stay on the edge.
Camera.
Alright, camera.
I'm in my pro frame of mind now.
Okay. I don't have a pro frame of mind. I've never done this before.